We at home today. What we gonna cook? Let me see what we got. Now I got me some beef, but I don't know what I want. So I'm thinking some beef, some broccoli, potato rice, tired of regular potatoes, tired of pasta. So let's do some Asian potatoes today. And since we're gonna do some Asian potatoes, let's keep it all Asian. We're gonna do the beef the same way. Let me take you through the walkthrough. First, let's get out the potato. It's gonna take them always. Might as well get up the tips, cut them in half. I like to go clean. We're just gonna do some olive oil, salt, pepper, throw them in the oven, bake them. Real nice. Let's get going. Let's do some oil. Drizzle a little oil. Just a little. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. Let's throw these in the oven at 400 for about 45 minutes covered, and then another 15 minutes uncovered. Now in the meantime, we're gonna season up our beef. I want some herbs. I want some rosemary. Got some thyme, got some ginger, some garlic, onions. Oh, keep it pretty Asian. Soy sauce, of course. And my herbs. Hate the herbs. Not cooking with them, just hate cleaning them. Alright, got some time. Let's clean this up a little better. I don't want too many sticks. Soft ones is okay. It's the hard ones. Can't have those. Make sure you chop it up fine. Really slick. Alright. So that's a steak. That's in there. Do some salt. A little bit of pepper. A little bit more salt. I got some gluten-free soy sauce. A little bit of soy sauce in there. Not too much. It is salty. You got some ginger. Now the way I clean my ginger, I don't use a peeler. I use a spoon. I learned this trick when I had to clean 2-3 cases of ginger. Worst day of my life. That really made me think, do I want to keep doing this? I'm still here though. Guess it's a passion. The ginger cleaned up real nice. I'm gonna mince it real small. I'm gonna slice it. Throw that in the bowl. Let's marinate this bad boy. Now I cut the beef thin, the thin slices. I didn't want nothing too big. Let's put that to the side, let it marinate half an hour to an hour. In the meantime, let me do my aromatics. So I'm gonna got my garlic. Now most people don't like garlic, I love garlic, so I'm gonna go ahead and slice this. I'm gonna see my garlic. If you don't, just go ahead and mince your garlic. Depending on how much garlic you like in yours, that's how much you should put. You want thin slices? Careful, you don't cut your fingers. Back in my early days, I used to get so many cuts. My garlic, to the side. Here's my onions. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this julienne style. There we go. Now my broccoli, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it small. I want it small because I'm not gonna blanch it. I'm just gonna cook it like that, saute, so this size is pretty good. Anything smaller than that, it might take too much. Just gonna quick saute with the beef. That's fine. Alright, I think we're ready to cook. All right, let's finish this thing up. Once you got a nice hot pan, using a cast iron, we're gonna do a little bit of oil. This is olive oil I'm using. Just enough for the bottom of the pan. Make sure it's nice. And make sure you got a hot skillet. I want some color, so I want to make sure it's pretty hot. That's what you want to hear. Are you gonna get that color? Once you get that color, you're gonna flip it and then we're gonna take it out. Show you what's in the pot. Love the smell of beef cooking. And the smell of garlic and ginger. Go ahead and flip them. You get a nice caramelized steak like that. Beautiful. Now we're not cooking the steak all the way. We're gonna take this out now, and now we're gonna cook everything else. Once you take your steak out, just get hot again. We'll do a little bit of oil. Make sure that gets hot. You don't really need any salt, pepper. Well, not too much seasoning because we season the steak really good with the soy sauce and the salt. Plus, you also want to get color on it, so you don't want to do the salt because it's just going to make it sweat out. We're going to get our broccoli. Go ahead and take that. The broccoli we're going to season just a little bit of salt. Not great. You're gonna notice after a while the onions and the garlic are gonna caramelize. That's just flavor, makes it a little sweeter. Once the broccoli is cooked for like 2-3 minutes, you're gonna go ahead and add in your beef again. Add in all that flavor, all that good stuff. Saute that. Only gonna saute this for about 2 minutes. Because you already cooked your beef, unless you want your beef well done. Then go ahead and cook it for another 5-6 minutes. But I don't like chewy. If you want some sauce, you can add some veg stock, some chicken stock, some beef stock, or deglaze the pan. If you don't got that, just take a little bit of water, and with the same thing that you use for the steak, add it right in there, and it'll deglaze the bottom of the pan and give you a little bit of sauce. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. This is also a trick just to make sure that the broccoli's cooked all the way. If you don't want it, you don't like it too crunchy. I like mine a little crunchy. This is also a good meal, like if you're on a diet, you don't have a lot of carbs, I guess. Low meal plan. Let's plate. Almost forgot to show you. Also, a little restaurant trick, just so y'all know, everything is better with what? Butter. You add a little bit of butter to it, it just makes the sauce more creamy. It also gives you more flavor to it. And it's not watery. Restaurants do use butter on everything, almost everything. Little secret. But not gonna lie, it always works. Look, don't got too much sauce, but I got it good enough. I don't want too much. But like I said, if you did want a good amount of sauce, some chicken stock, veg stock, do you lovely. Let's get our potato. Let's go ahead and mash that up. That's what you call a nice loaded potato. Let me get another piece on fat. Once you mash that up real nice, go ahead and add your protein right on top. Just like that. Ooh, look at that. Of course, I love herbs. A little bit of cilantro. And that's what we got. Loaded Asian style potato with some beef and broccoli.